Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We continue on the second part of the lecture for Introduction to Immunology. There are two major subsystems of the immune system. Here we have innate and also the adaptive immune system or response. First, we have a look on the components of the immune system. What is the immune system made up? The first main component is the organs of the immune system. Among others, you can see tonsils and adenoids, thymus, where T cells originated, lymph nodes that scattered all over the body, lymphatic vessels, appendix, bone marrow, where majority of the immune cells produce, spleen, Peyer's patches. Second main component is the immune cells. We have innate immune cells and also adaptive immune cells. In the innate immune cell, we have neutrophils, macrophages, eosinophil, basophil, and also dendritic cells together with natural killer T cells. And for the adaptive immunity, we have T cell and also B cells that produce antibodies. And the third main component of the immune system is the molecules. Consists of antibodies, cytokines, complement, interleukins, and also interferons. What are the main characteristics of immune response? So we have two types of immune response, innate and also the adaptive immune response, and they have different characteristics in between. First, for the innate immune response, they are non-specific, but they still do able to differentiate between invaders and own cells. So this is a very important characteristic for immune system. Our own immune system need to be able between our own self or own body cells from the invaders. So this to avoid autoimmunity, where our own immune system attack our own body or cells. Innate immune response also act very fast, immediate protection, and within minutes. They have no memory. They consist of chemical and physical barriers, and the immune cells, phagocytes, granulocytes, natural killer cells, dendritic cells, and etc. For the adaptive immune response, they are specific. They can recognize the invader through their unique antigens. Each invader or pathogen have their own unique antigen or character which can be recognized by our adaptive immune response. It takes a few weeks to fully effective, around 14 days. Adaptive have immunological memory which able them to provide long-lasting protection. Components include T cells, which are the regulators of acquired immunity, and B cells, the producer of antibody. So let's look on discovery of innate immunity, the history on discovery of innate immunity. Machinov, a Russian biologist, was one of the first to discover that we possess an ancient and crucial physiology known as innate immunity. Innate means we are born with it or it happened naturally. In 1883, Machinov discovered innate immunity in starfish when he observed phagocytic starfish cells such as macrophages, which could eat and destroy foreign invaders or pathogens. In 1908, Machinov, this another way of spelling his name, were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology of Medicine for his discovery. This is Yusoff drawings view on phagocytosis of different bacterial pathogens. For discovery of adaptive immunity, Ar-Razi, a very famous Muslim scholar, a Persian alchemist, physician, philosopher, was one of the first to propose the theory of acquired immunity. In 910, Ar-Razi noted the immunity of survivors and person-to-person transmission of smallpox. Smallpox, one of the deadliest and now extinct diseases to have plagued humankind. By the 20th century, 300 to 500 million people worldwide had died from smallpox. These numbers is far exceeding the combined death from the two world wars. The smallpox vaccine, introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796, was the first successful vaccine to be developed. On May 8, 1980, WHO officially declared the world free of this disease. As for our situation on COVID-19, we are still waiting for the discovery of vaccine for COVID-19. So now we look on the cells, or we can call as soldiers of the immune system, because they are fighting for us. So this is the place where the soldiers gets being produced or gets their training. The immune cells are produced from the marrow, of the bone. So here in the bone marrow also mainly is the main product is red blood cells together with white blood cells and also platelets. First, the cells of the soldiers, we'll have a look on phagocytes, which categorized in the innate immunity. Phagocytes, or another name for them if they coming from the blood, monocyte, patrolling to identify threat, destroy invaders, and also collecting intel or information. Like a giant robot, they will roam around our body looking for danger and also eat and engulf the invaders. Then bring the information to the adaptive immunity for further action. Together with macrophages, we have here also another type of phagocytes, neutrophils, patrolling to identify threat, destroy invaders. Neutrophils is also known as kamikaze cells because they are predestined to find and kill invaders before they would die together at the site of infection. So that means they will die together with the pathogen or invader at the site of infection. Second, we have also in the innate immunity, the effector cells such as basophil, eosinophil, and mast cell. They will set the infected place on fire, exactly like a bomber. This is to prevent the spread of the infection to other side of the body. Adaptive immunity, we have T cell, just like the general of the army. T cell, managing the overall immune response, launches a more specific attack to eliminate the invader completely. And B cell will produce the smart missiles known as antibodies. These smart missiles will specifically target the pathogens or invaders, and they will be released into all over body areas. And in the adaptive immunity, we will also have BNT memory cell. This memory cell will hold information about the invader and will respond to the same invader more rapidly upon re-exposure in the near future. So this means we will not be suffering from a threat by the same pathogen or invader, because we already have the memory of them. So next time when they try to invade our body, the T and B cell together with the innate immunity can produce a much quicker response to eliminate them. So where are their HQ or main meeting place? Immune cells circulate and station through all over the body. Spleen is the main meeting place. So this is the location of spleen, behind our stomach, where immune cells communicate with each other. We know we have a lot of types of innate and also adaptive cells. So spleen is the place where they will have their meeting and communicate. A portion of lymphocytes also being trained to become T cells here in the spleen. Spleen is also the place where B cell produce antibodies, and the invaders are being filtered out from the body. So let's look on basic facts about immunology and disease. Some people have little to no immune system at all. A disease known as severe combined immunodeficiency, SCID, or bubble boy disease. The bubble boy disease get its name from the way he need to live inside a bubble, completely sealed off from the outside environment to prevent exposure to germs. This SCID occurred in about 1 in every 100,000 births. And we know that immune system produce inflammatory response. So what if the immune system overreact? So immune system is a double-edged sword. It can hurt the enemy and also can hurt yourself. So both edges is equally sharp. First, in the case of hyperinflammation, where we can observe in infectious disease such as leptospirosis, SARS-CoV, MERS-CoV, SARS-CoV-2, and also in COVID-19. Second, hypersensitivity or allergy, where the body's immune system react against harmless foreign substances, such as your body responding, your immune system responding to dust, responding to peanuts, which they shouldn't. This results in damage to the body's own tissues. Autoimmune disease, when the immune system attacks the body it is meant to protect, lost its ability to distinguish between self and non-self. That means the immune system is using their weapon to the host or our own cells. Avoid chronic inflammation. We can observe in the cases of cancer, heart disease, rheumatoid arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and a lot more. So there are 4 main disease condition that can happen if the immune system overreact: hyperinflammation, hypersensitivity, autoimmune, and also chronic inflammation. Since we have knowledge on the mechanisms of and responses, what happenings in the immune system, so what are the applications of immunology in the scientific world? So first, the production of vaccine through vaccination or immunization, agents that teach the body to recognize and defend itself against infections from harmful pathogens. So all over the world now is very active in doing research in finding the vaccines for COVID-19. Second is serology, diagnostic methods in detecting various disease conditions. Third, transplant, blood transfusion or organ transplant involve transferring cells, tissues, or organs from a donor to a recipient. In the case, for example, kidney transplantation. Fourth, immunotherapy, treatment that uses a person's own immune system to fight the cancer cells, and many more. So here is the required reading for this lecture. Thank you very much and have a nice day.